Manchester City are in a crisis. Let's just call it what it is. This is a crisis. 3 draws in a row, 6 points dropped. Erling Haaland has 1 goal in 4 games. Phil Foden's better performances recently have fallen off a cliff. Is Guardiola overthinking his team selection? Why is Rayan Cherki on the bench, your most creative player? Other than Erling Haaland, your best player this season. They've also got defensive injuries to Ruben Diaz, to Josko Guardiola. Broken tibia is not a 4 or 5 week injury. That he could be out for 2 months. Anton Semenyo has now been agreed, and that will probably be announced in the coming days. He scored a dagger against my team last night, which was the best parting gift you could probably ask if you're a Bournemouth fan. But at the end of the day, again, wasteful against Brighton. Wasteful against Chelsea. Chelsea right now are in a crisis of their own. Barely even getting points, let alone winning games. Losing last night to Fulham. They come to the Etihad, had barely any chances up until the second half. Neto misses a sitter, and Enzo Fernandez taps it into an empty net to draw. Sunderland, a resolute, a strong defensive performance. Everyone laughed at Arsenal for getting a draw when Trossard scored that weldy. But when Manchester City do it, no one says anything. I just find the narratives that surround certain teams and certain situations very, very interesting. And Manchester City haven't got an easy run coming up. They play Newcastle away in the League Cup, which the way they're playing and the way Newcastle are playing, Newcastle have now won 3 games on the bounce and have got Bournemouth at home in the FA Cup, which you imagine they'll probably beat. They'll get some more momentum. If they go and beat City at home, which is a really, really tough place to go for Manchester City, bearing also in mind, right, Man City's next Premier League game is the Manchester Derby. Now, Man United had a decent performance last night against Burnley, should have won, but by then, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer should be the main man in that Man United post, not Darren Fletcher. And he does, in recent years, when he was the Man United manager, he did have a decent record against Pep. If they draw that game or lose that game to Manchester United, and Arsenal then go on and beat Nottingham Forest, which at this moment in time, they probably will, we could see a 10-point gap. If Arsenal win tonight against Liverpool, the amount of pressure on them to go and beat the champions, bearing in mind, Liverpool of their own are struggling. They're not winning games. Mohamed Salah's at AFCON. Ekitike and Alexander Isak are both rumoured to be out. It probably will be Cody Gakpo up front. If they, for whatever reason, do not beat Arsenal and Arsenal win, the gap as of the 8th of January could be 8 points. Make sure you go down, drop a like on the video if you haven't already. Let me know your thoughts. Make sure you check out all the content from yesterday, the post-match reaction for the Spurs game, post-match reaction for the City game. The road to 100k is well and truly on. We are steamrolling our way towards 87,000. As it stands right now, we are just under 200 away. So please go down, hit that subscribe button, and let me know your thoughts. Now, Man City are in a crisis. How many wasted opportunities? 7 big chances yesterday against Brighton. 7 big chances. That is absolutely obscene. 6 big chances wasted. The only chance they took was the penalty. 60% possession, 2.55 expected goals, 21 shots, 6 on target. They were the better team on every single aspect, every single metric, but it does not matter because the only metric that matters, the only stat that matters is the scoreline. And there can be no excuse. Jeremy Doku, who a few weeks ago or over a month ago was considered one of the better left wingers in the Premier League. Phil Foden, what's that, 4 games without a goal for him now? Erling Haaland, 1 goal in his last 4, which was a penalty. Bernardo Silva, Kuzanov, Alieni, and Ake. That is not a strong enough back line at this moment in time to go and win you titles. It's not. Look at the players they've got out missing. Omar Mamouche, Rayan Nouri, Vardial, Stones, Diaz. Semenyo is going to be out for 2 months as well. Oscar Bob. Kovacic is out till February. As it stands right now, in terms of first team players, Ruben Diaz, John Stones is probably first team when he's fit. Vardial and Nouri hasn't really hit the ground running since being in the City shirt. But for me, why is Rodri on the bench? Why is Rayan Cherki on the bench? Why is Nico O'Reilly on the bench? O'Reilly has been your best fullback. Now, I completely understand that rotation is very important. And Man City have got a lot of games this month. They've got League Cup, FA Cup, Champions League, Premier League. They're still in all 4 competitions. But at the same time, that team he played yesterday, Rayan Cherki, has been their best attacker. Unless it was an injury, I don't understand why he is on the bench. I don't get it. 10 starts, 7 assists, 2 goals in the Premier League. In 841 minutes played. He has been their best player. The winner against Forest, an assist against Forest, an assist against Palace, 2 assists against Sunderland, 1 goal against Brentford. Has been by far their best attacker other than Erling Haaland in recent weeks. Phil Foden not doing enough. And when you look at the Premier League table right now, it's not looking good if you're City. I'll be honest with you. It's really, really not looking good. Look at this. 5 points behind. Wasteful. Not only that, Aston Villa dropped points. They could put a big dent in the title race. Big dent in it. If they go and beat Liverpool tonight, they're on 51. They're 8 points clear of Villa, 8 points clear of City, and they could be nearly 20 points clear of Liverpool. 20 points clear of Liverpool. That would be 16 wins in 21 games. The goal difference, if they go out there and get a big win tonight, would be better than City's as well. They are in a crisis. 3 draws. 3 draws. And if you cast your mind back to City's recent performances to when they went on that run of games where they beat Fulham 5-4, where they beat Leeds 3-2, where they beat Sunderland 3-0, where they beat West Ham 3-0, beat Brentford 2-0, beat Palace 3-0. Look at the clean sheets. Look at the performances throughout December. It's night and day. Beat Forest. Since the turn of the new year, they haven't won a game yet. They haven't won a game. They drew with Sunderland on New Year's Day. They drew with Chelsea. That is unacceptable. And I'm looking at their games coming up. This isn't easy, guys. Knowing our luck, we will end up beating City and doing Arsenal a favour. Man United is not an easy game now. Newcastle is not an easy game now. Bodo Glimt in the winter. I've been there. They should comfortably go out and beat them, but who knows? Wolves fighting for their lives. They should beat Wolves. They should beat Bodo. They should beat Galatasaray. But the other 3, I don't know. And then it gets really, really interesting because when you get into February, look at this run of games. Liverpool away. Newcastle at home. Newcastle at home again. Leeds United away. Forest at home. West Ham away. Palace, Chelsea, Arsenal. Their run of games between now and come March is going to be really tough. Plus, they're going to have the next round of the Champions League. So they have to sort this ASAP. Now, David Ornstein has announced that today that Semenyo will be a Manchester City player. Man City complete the signing of Antoine Semenyo. He scored the winner last night. Top player. Maybe he goes out on the left and starts immediately. A release clause of 62.5 plus 1.5 and a 10% future sell-on profit to Bournemouth. The 26-year-old Ghana attacker to join Man City for Bournemouth on a 5.5-year contract. That is fantastic business. It really, really is. And not only that, they've negotiated the transfer fee over 24 months, so no need to pay in full immediately. As many release mechanisms demand, the Bournemouth gained slightly higher amount than the release clause would have left them, plus gained Semenyo for an extra 3 games. And that 3 points last night over Bournemouth is absolutely massive. And he's left them a good departing present. They got 3 points against us. But in terms of City, they've been heavily linked to Gahey. I personally believe they need probably 2 defenders. I don't think Kuzanov and Ake is a good enough centre-back partnership to go out there and compete on the highest levels. Ake's got to be the other side of 30 now. He's got to be, 31 maybe, 30 years of age. He's 30. Kuzanov, young defender, only 21, and Alini's only 20. But they don't lack any, other than Ake, they haven't really got any experience in that back line. Where's the Vincent Kompany's? Where's the John Stoneses? Where's the Diaz? Where's the Vardial? They haven't got anyone like that in their back line. Like, they don't have a Gabriel or Saliba or a Terrier or a Van Dijk. Even Romero and Van de Ven right now, as bad as we are, under Guardiola, would be a better centre-back partnership than what they're currently being served up. And I honestly believe that they are in trouble. If they don't beat Manchester United, that game is absolutely huge. And the only player that they're currently going to have out injured is De Ligt, who is expected to be back mid-January. Who knows with AFCON? Algeria potentially will be knocked out. Egypt will be knocked out. They might have Marmoush and they might have Ain't Nouri back. But defensively, there's huge, huge problems. That game is in 9 days' time, and it's at Old Trafford. And Man United, as bad as they've been, if they beat Brighton in the FA Cup, build up some momentum. They have got a tough run coming. Arsenal, City, Brighton, Spurs, all coming their way. Do you think Manchester City are in a crisis? Do you think they can turn this around? Let me know your thoughts. Make sure you drop a like. Make sure you go down and hit that subscribe button too. Get over to the second channel and subscribe there as well. The road to 8K on that channel is well and truly on. And I will see you next time. Thank you all for watching. I am out.